What are the 5 things you must do before you apply for a home loan? Hi, this is James Hecker, Mortgage Advisor, NMLS number 214601. And today I'm just going to share with you 5 must-do items before you apply for a home loan. It's important to give yourself a financial checkup, as it were, just to see where you stand before you begin the home buying process. And so that first thing to consider that you must do before applying for a home loan is to check your credit score. Now, most credit cards these days will give you a credit score, and sometimes they're a little different model, and it would help to maybe check a couple of them for free. I wouldn't recommend going on to one of the subscription services where they give you your credit report and all that. You know, there's a cost for that. You don't need to do that. You can just check your credit card bill, and that will get you close enough. It's not the exact same score that a mortgage will use, but it'll give you a range and you'll understand. Now, it's important because your credit score determines not only the type of loan that you're going to be able to get, but also the interest rate. And if your credit score needs improvement, we'll talk a little bit about that towards the end of the video, of the things that you can do to improve your credit score. Now, the second must-do thing before you apply for a home loan is to review your debt. A lender's going to look at how much debt you're carrying. And if you carry a high amount of debt, that's going to affect your ability to qualify for a mortgage payment. So you're going to want to take a look at debt and see if maybe you should pay some things down. If you're in a position where, say, a car payment that is a loan, not a lease, it has less than 10 months, if it only has maybe 11 or 12 months on it, we don't count it against you when it has 10 months or less normally. So you want to take a look at your debt and be familiar with that. And then that's going to, like I said, affect, how much you can afford. The third must-do item is determine your ability to make a down payment. Now, there are loan programs that range from literally 0 down payment to 5, 3, 5, 10, 20% or more, depending on what type of loan that you want and where your affordability lies. The more you put down, the lower your payment, which obviously is going to make it more comfortable if you have that money. But if you don't have 20% down, you don't have to wait. You don't have to just try to build up that savings until you have 20% down. There's plenty of programs out there with 3%, 5%, 10% down that could work for you. And so you want to make sure that you have enough funds for that down payment, or you have other available funds that you can access, such as a gift from a family member or something like that. And then the fourth must-do item before you apply for a home loan is to consider your monthly housing costs. Consider utilities, consider not only your mortgage payment, but also if you have debt, your car payment, things like that. If you have a big family with a lot of interest and you're paying for hobbies and things like that, calculate what those are to see what is left over. Take out your current rent payment and to see how much you really have that you're going to be able to feel comfortable with in a monthly payment. And then the last thing, and quite frankly, the most important thing before you get a home loan, is to get pre-approved. So you get in touch with a mortgage broker and you go over these items. It's important to know what your debt is, what your income is. You just have an idea of what your credit looks like, and share that information with a mortgage broker. And then the mortgage broker is going to be able to determine your qualifying range, how much you can qualify for, what those payments would be, what kind of interest rate or program you can qualify for, to determine whether that really makes sense for you to become a home owner. And then the next step after the pre-qualification, which is still part of that number 5, is the pre-approval. So the conversation, the pre-qualification is all verbal. The next step is pre-approval. Now, pre-approval is important because you give the mortgage broker all of the documentation to support what your conversation was about. And the mortgage broker documents that, verifies it, and then can issue an approval of the terms that you qualify for, the loan amount, the type of loan, the interest rate at that current time. And then you can really see what it is you can go out and shop for. Now, sellers are really requiring this step before they'll even consider your offer. So that's something that you're going to need to do. And that's why I said that it's the most important step after you've reviewed, giving yourself that financial checkup, then you get pre-approved and you can go out and look. Now, if you're not sure where to start on this, not sure how to look at the debt that you have, or really even calculate your income because of overtime and bonuses and things like that, how's the lender going to look at that? You're going to want to connect with a mortgage broker that can review those things for you and let you know how it will be viewed by the lender. And somebody like myself will help you through these steps. Let's take a look at your credit score. I don't need to run your credit score right away in that pre-qualification mode. Check your credit cards. But once you get to the point where you want to be pre-approved, we do need to run a credit report. And the same thing with debt, income, down payment capability. I can let you know not only how much of a down payment you're going to need to make for the loan program that you choose, but also what the closing costs are going to look like, such as the escrow fees, the title fees, appraisal, the credit charge, all of those things that work into that. And one important thing is also what we call recurring expenses, of the part of closing costs, where you prepay part of your taxes and your insurance, because that has to be done at the time of closing. You have to have at least 1 year of your insurance paid for. So those are all very important steps. And if you'd like to know more about that, well, of course, you can reach out to me, James Hecker, 661-714-2145, or your favorite mortgage broker, whoever that might be. You're going to want to take this information, go through those steps, give yourself that financial checkup so that you're prepared when you decide it's time to buy a home. You've done the steps ahead of time to where you know that it's affordable for you, that it's comfortable, and you're working with a broker that can help you make it happen, realize that goal for you. So I really appreciate your time. Please go ahead and like the video if you do. I'd appreciate it. And subscribe. It really helps my channel to be able to make more of these kinds of videos. And reach out to me if you have any questions. No obligation. I'm here to help. And thanks so much. I hope you have a wonderful day.